Before we begin, please let me welcome to the 25th episode of The Pitch at Next Academy. Before we start the pitch, we just get to know who are here with us today. I know there are some students from Next Academy. Can you raise your hand? Yep. So if you are looking for talent, you can also mingle with them after this. Anyone here looking to hire? Nice. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for coming. Any alumni? I know there's few alumni here, right? See a show of hand of alumni. Alumni? There you go. Thank you for your support. Anyone here for the first time? First time. Great. Well, good. Since you're here for the first time, then please allow us to introduce to you what Next Academy is. Okay? Well, if you are here, you should know we are a coding school. But I would say we are more than a coding school. We are actually a platform of opportunities and possibilities, especially for people who are looking for career transformation, people who want to start their own tech startup, and also for people who want to participate into the tech industries by doing something like freelance or small projects or playing around with codes. Yeah. And with that, I want to share with you our goal of the Next Academy is to transform the tech ecosystem by producing more talent for the industry itself. Yeah.
Okay. So with this goal in mind, so that is why Next Academy offers front-end, full stack, as well as digital marketing courses as well.
So today's theme is Hacking City Life. Is that what attracts you guys to be here today? No? The theme doesn't matter? Or just because it's the pitch, you want to be here? Okay. For Hacking City Life, we have 4 groups of students. They'll be presenting today. So today is a day where you get to see the outcome of a bunch of students attending our full stack bootcamp. So this bunch of people, they joined us about 2 months ago with almost little or no coding knowledge at all. So they have gone through 8 weeks of intensive learning, and just about a week ago, we have given them this project. And they have to come up with their own idea, and they have to code out and produce their own MVP, their minimum viable product, that you will see shortly. Yeah, Adrian.
Okay, so for the rules, I will talk about rules. You guys listen. Okay. So each team will have only 7 minutes to present. And after the presentation of each teams, you guys can have, there will be a Q&A session. So guys, please ask them questions, give feedbacks. So this is the first time that our students present and display their work. And yeah, feel free to ask questions. As for agenda, there will be a total of 4 groups. And there will be a voting session as well. And yeah, so after this session, please go and mingle with our students, ask them questions, and make friends with them.
Okay. So, well, upstairs, are you ready?
Yeah! Ready?
Great. So for the first pitch, the first group, their app helps you to spice up your life.
Wow.
The Tinder way. In city. So let me welcome Hoopla.
All right. My name's Jeremiah, and this is my partner Eric and Kiteru. We came up with a project called Hoopla. So what is the Hoopla? Well, the best place to start explaining that is to explain the problem that we were trying to solve. Roughly about 100 years ago, transportation started changing the world. People started moving all over the place because automobiles and airplanes made it so easy to go anywhere you wanted to go. When I was 19 years old, I got in my car and I moved from Juneau, Alaska to Phoenix, Arizona, basically on a whim. It was that easy to do. That's me on the front of the sleigh there. Not really. I'm kidding. No, I drove a car. Yeah, it took me a couple weeks, and there was a couple of flat tires along the way, but I made it. It was easy to do. Now, once I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, there was a little problem I had. I didn't know anybody there. It was a little lonely. And, this is a problem that many people have to confront around the world. Everybody's moving from city to city. I imagine, by display of hands, who here is not from KL? At least, probably more than half of the people here are not from KL. So, point in case is, people are moving all over the world and they don't know anybody where they moved to, right? Now, we have 3 basic needs: food, water, and shelter. But that's just to survive. To be happy, you need to be able to share your life with somebody. You need friends. So enter Hoopla. I'm sure everybody's saying, well, we got Facebook. Facebook connects 2.25 billion people in the world. But can you imagine going on Facebook and being like, hey, let's be friends. I don't know you, but let's go get drinks. What do you think the response is going to be? It's not going to be good. Only 8% of people today can say that they've made a new acquaintance online. And that's bizarre. To have the world so connected through the internet and to have a need to reach out to people and make new friends, only 8% of people can say that they made a new acquaintance over the internet. Why? Well, commonly people will say, meeting people online is weird. And I can agree with that. I tried the online dating sites once or twice. That was weird. Not that you can't have luck with it. A lot of people do. People don't know if the people that they're talking to online are real, if they're going to be weirdos, or if they're going to be honest about who they are. They don't know what they would say. What do they have in common with these people? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Another thing is it sort of takes a lot of pressure off if it's more of a group setting. I think we can all agree that when you're in a group, you don't feel so much focus on yourself. And it's easier to sort of find people that you vibe with, and you can click and sort of make some connections a lot easier that way. So this is where Hoopla comes in. So Hoopla is it's different from a dating website. It's different from Facebook in that it matches you up with events and activities that you would be interested in. So you create a profile on Hoopla, or in this case, Keteru has already made a profile, but you enter in your interests, your location, and you're off. If you're on a mobile phone, you have the fun little feature that Tinder has, where you can swipe left, swipe right. Of course, this is on the desktop, so there's no swiping, but it does work on your phone to swipe left and swipe right. If you don't find an activity that you're interested in, okay, if you don't find an activity that you're interested in, you can create your own event. You set a title, description, category, and then you can invite other people to the event. There's a feature where you can send invites out through Facebook and Reddit or whatever social websites that you use to invite people to your event. If you're having a hard time coming up with something to do, we even have a feature where you can spin a wheel and we'll give you an idea for what to do. Click on it. Oh, you're going skydiving today. So that's the gist. That's what Hoopla is all about. It's about putting people together and making people have fun. Any questions?
Okay. Jeremiah, you're done, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, thank you. So, question time. Anything to ask from the floor? Anything at all. It can be business related, non-business related, tech related, or you're just curious how did they do this in a week time. Any question? Anyone? If that,
Well, the idea behind monetizing it would be to let people advertise events that people would be interested in. So with the profile, when you create a profile, you create interest, and then you can like different events. Keeps track of the things that you like and the things that you don't like, and then recommends things to you in the future that are suited to your profile. So you'd be able to sell advertising space to people and only give advertisements to people that would be interested in those particular advertisements.
so, yep. Next question. Martin, you had a question just now?
Hi, Martin here. No, I was just wondering, is this something that you want to run with, or was it that you joined the Next Academy to learn some basics, or this is actually something that you would like to bring to life? I just heard a monetization question, and yeah, ball is in your court now.
It's fun to come up with these projects and speculate about where they can go and to create these things. I think that there is a lot of potential here, to be honest. At this point in time, we don't intend to run with it, but I think it's got legs.
All right. Any more questions from the floor? Anyone curious about anything? Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, please introduce yourself a little bit before you ask.
I'm sorry? Target market. So the idea was, there's similar websites like Meetup. Actually, we scrape events from Meetup. There's a lot of features that we put into this that you just can't really cover in the short little spiel that we get to do here. But the idea was to make something similar to Meetup that would hit home more with younger people. Something that was easier, because on Meetup it's more like you gotta become part of a group. It's kind of formal, you know. This was geared more towards young people that are just home on a Friday night and I need some friends to go to church with tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Oi, it works.
Thank you, Izzy. Any more questions from anyone? We still can take one more.
Hello. Okay, the mics.
Hello, my name is Yo. I'm real curious about that wheel that you made. That was real cool. Yeah. What was kind of I guess, how did you do that? In a very broad sense, what kind of stuff did you use to program that?
Well, I think as you guys will see as you move on into the program, is that a lot of things have already been made for you, and it's just a matter of finding stuff that you want to integrate and figuring out how to make it work So this was something that was already built on CodePen. And yeah, I mean, it would have taken the three of us probably all of the 10 weeks to figure out how to build this.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, thank you to Hoopla. Thank you for your presentation.
All right,
guys,
thank you.
Give a hand. Okay, let's not waste time and go to the second pitch. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, introduce this.
Okay. For group 2,
Wrong photo.
let me introduce you Smart Tab, and that will make your home great again.
Hey.
Alright guys, good evening. Alright, so before we start, let me ask a quick question. Who here loves traveling? Raise up the hand. Alright, I can see that majority of you all like traveling, right? Including me. I mean, we go travel each and then. So, when you go traveling for a long period of time, let's say you go like 3 weeks to 4 weeks, you're going to leave your house empty for a period of time, right? Of course, you worry about your house, you don't feel safe about it, right? Right. That's where our web app come in, Smart Tab. So, with Smart Tab, we use a Pi as a device for you to control your home appliances by using your phone, your computer from anywhere in the world. So that say if you go to America, you go to Europe to travel, you can just control your device with this web app. Okay, so let's begin. So before the user can actually use our product, they need to log in, they need to sign up and log in. So they can use Facebook, Google, or email to sign up. So in this case, let me show you how to log in using Google. So you just key in your Google detail, name, password, and everything. And pop, you'll be in our web page. So in here, we have 4 main core of our feature. The first one is add device. The second one will be list of your device for everything. And the third one, you can monitor your device daily. And lastly, you have an analytic and report for your devices. All right, so now we pass it to my friend Elvis here to explain more about it.
Thanks, Ashraf. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm going to bring you through the user journey of our web application. So after the user sign up and log in, the first thing they got to do is to purchase a device. So they will subscribe a device, and in the subscribe page, they will have all the specifications and details that they need. So they will need to include their credit card information in order to, complete the payment. So this is like a standard, credit card form. After they complete the payment, we will send our technical team to their home to install and set up all the configuration in order for them to use our device. So let's assume everything has been set up. Now, what to do? What they can do? So once they have subscribed and complete every configuration, I'm sorry, technical issue. So now, try to turn it on. Ta-da! And click to turn off. This is cool, right? But we have more. So sometimes you'll be very forgetful as you forget to turn off your light, or you are outstation, but you want to do a schedule on what time your light got to turn on. So, like you go outstation for a few days, you want it to turn on every night for a few hours. So we can set a set schedule. And let's say I want to turn this light on in 1 minute. I will just set a schedule of time from 1 minute from now. And 1 minute later, it will automatically turn on. So meanwhile, waiting for the lights to turn on, we are going to another feature of ours. So on top of that, we also give user an insight of what they can do. As some user is very environmental friendly, they want to know how much electrical they are consuming right now. So with that, we have a live chart it's like live data of electrical, what kind of electrical consumption they are currently having. And yep, this is it. And I will pass it back to Ashraf.
Okay guys, isn't that cool? You can turn on your light from everywhere in the world when you go traveling too. So let's say you go travel into a place, there's no Wi-Fi at all. You go trekking, camping, rafting. So you can set a schedule ahead for the light to turn on and turn off. So that means when you go into something else, no Wi-Fi, doesn't really make a problem for you. So in a few seconds, the light will turn on. All right. So look like take a bit more time. So when we're waiting for the light to turn on, right? Let me tell you guys a story. Not any story, but about our smart tab.
It's going to turn on.
What?
Trust us, it's going to turn on.
Okay. Okay, let me tell a story. So the other day, when we're trying to use this device, right? Because when we're doing it, we try it ourselves. We tested it and everything. And, ta-da! Okay, turn on. Too bad for you guys, you won't be listening to my story anymore. Okay, so aside from that, what if you're at home? You won't be using like your computer or laptop or smartphone to go into the web and open it. You just go to the wall, right? I mean, anyone here would just go to the wall instead of opening a web to turn on the light, right? So, okay. So what cool's about it? Hey, Google, turn off light.
You got it.
Pop. So that means when you go into the house, you come back, you just sit on the sofa and you just like, hey, Google, turn on light. And then it will turn on for you. So no worries, no hassle. Okay, aside from that, I'm going to show you one more cool feature. Hey Google, play anything. Play something.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Oh, okay. Technically sure? Hey Google, play something. You have to customize it to use the words that you want it to use. Okay. So basically, you can put a song inside our app so they can play it for you like any song you want randomized. Hey Google, stop music. Okay, it's laughing at me. Hey Google, cancel music. Hey Google, cancel music. Okay, doesn't listen to me anymore. All right. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
So guys, are there any questions for them?
Yeah, just throw in any question. Yes.
Hello. Hi, my name is Jeffrey. I'm very curious, how do you actually interact from the web app? How does it talk to the likes and the speakers?
Very good question. Federico, please.
Hi, first of all. We try like different things. This was like the worst thing to do in this project, like the communication between our web app and the Raspberry Pi that we have here. So we have one way that is through SSH commands, so they can be connected. Every time that is on the device, our web app is asking for the status of the light to the Raspberry Pi through Wi-Fi. So it's asking through, I don't want to get too technical for the people that's not used to it, but just think about our web app is asking, hey light, how are you, on or off? And it's going to get a reply, I'm on or I'm off. It's doing that every time to maintain the communication. So for the people that is more technical, we're doing that through an HTTP request by AJAX. So that's basically the communication that we're using. And you can also use some kind of SSH messages to communicate. I don't know if you want to get into something more detailed, or that's the point of your question.
I'm also curious actually. For the scheduling of the light to turn on and off, how do you do that?
When from the web app, we send the message to the Raspberry Pi. We're saying, create a task inside your memory to turn on or turn off at a certain time. So it doesn't matter if the web app crashes, it's already saved on the Raspberry Pi. Any other question?
Any other question?
Okay, I'm Joel. Now, are you guys smart tab with two T's or just one T? Because your nav bar has got two T's, I think, and your footer has got one T.
People from the
So are you smart tab or smart tab?
Okay, it's just one T. Okay, we admit there's some technical issue. You see, human make mistake.
Okay, and perhaps can you walk me through why do you choose this project over, some other ideas that you may have?
Some other? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah, so why do you decide on this project versus perhaps 2 or 3 other projects that you've got?
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, this is just a prototype. Of course, we are showing it with lights because it's easier, but we can customize. I mean, we are running a Google Assistant inside the Raspberry Pi, so it will have all the functionality from Google Assistant that you can ask questions, it will reply. What's the time, for example? It will reply with the time, something like that. But what we are doing actually different from that is we are customizing our own words to do whatever we wanted to do and connect them with the Raspberry Pi. So, for example, when he says turn on the light, that triggers a command in the Raspberry Pi to do what we wanted to do. So potentially you can connect whatever electronic devices that you want. I mean, our idea is not to mess up with the people's electrical system in the houses. So it will be something more like an adapter, that you can control the adapter on or off with the Raspberry Pi. You can just plug in whatever device that you want. So it would be for all the devices that are already are in your house.
For our 2-week prototype, we just come up with a light to show that we are capable to even apply it to other applications like appliances.
Any electronic device.
It can be aircon, TV, kettle, or anything. Does that answer your question? Thank you.
Hi. I just want to ask how you guys did the energy consumption with the graphs. How is it getting the data?
Okay, so basically, what we do is that when the light is turned on, there is on a state on, and you create it because it's on. So we send it into the graph. When it's on, you're going to start to calculate according to our function how much it increased. Because let's say when you use a light bulb, right? No matter how long you open it, the energy consumption is always the same. But as time go on, it just like increase and increase and increase. All right, that's how we do it.
I mean, I want to add something more. I mean, as a purpose for this presentation, we are only taking when the light is on, and we are creating the graph from there. But on a professional business application, we will add a sensor, to measure the electric current that is going through. It will be easier and more accurate.
Questions?
Any question?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Honestly, there's something I want to highlight here. This bunch of people, they just destructed their own stuff. Yeah, this bunch of people, they didn't know how to do Raspberry Pi before this. They only learned it up during the week of project. Okay, so it's also a point I want to bring up, is that in Next Academy or Bootcamp, we teach Ruby on Rails, web development, right? But what we truly want to transfer to our people here is the way of coding. So once you learn a language with us, you can also move on to learn a lot more stuff on your own. Okay? So for the next group, are you excited? Woo! Okay. Thank you. Okay. A question. Any of you know what is Trivago? Show of hand, may I? Yep, thank you. So the next group, Group B, is the team name. They will bring to you a Trivago for jobs. Welcome.
All right. Good evening, everyone. We are Group B. So we have Yu Sheng and Aida here. They are the backend developing logic, the ones that develop the backend, and I'm also the front end. Also, I did a bit of backend as well, and I oversee the project development. Okay. So now what I'm about to show you is quite similar and quite actually common. For example, it's like the same as any other job hunting websites, like JobStreet, JobStore, Global, Indeed, and all that. So what makes us different? Ladies and gentlemen, you are here now and you are lucky because this is about to become a potential game changer. All right, ladies and gentlemen? So introducing JobCrop, the solution for job hunters and employers alike. Now, before I get to start and everything, the tech stack from which JobCrop was made, of course, the front end is HTML and CSS, JavaScript, and React. And for the back end, we basically use Ruby on Rails, all right? Oh, sorry, Ruby and Ruby on Rails. So now, what is JobCrop? JobCrop is a job hunting website which includes many features that can make a job hunter's life or maybe an employer's life simpler, meaning that it's easy for them. So I won't be going through all of those, all of the features. So I'm just going to show 3 features. First is the built-in messaging app that we built. Secondly, the employer analytics dashboard. And the hunt engine. All right, so starting off with the messaging. We encourage mutual understanding for mutual benefit. So we built in a messaging platform for job hunters and employers to communicate easily. So take a scenario where a job hunter is like looking for a job and he is reading through the description and looking through the company description, but he still can't decide if it's the right fit or not. So with the messaging app, we can have a transparent job hunter to employer or any company representative. They can just message and ask, like, inquire about the company from their perspective. Okay? So this is beneficial for people that wants to keep their information private, so they just use our messaging platform. All right? Secondly, we have the in-house analytic tool. We all understand some websites have this as well. However, with our simple and straightforward UI, we actually developed something that is very useful. So the example that I'm showing right now is the applicant analysis, meaning that it shows the type of applicants that are, applying. So next we have the jobs analysis, the background for the applicants, where they came from. And then we have the reviews analysis, meaning that the people that review us and the ratings, such and forth. Now, before I continue with the third feature, I would like to ask the audience if they are familiar with Trivago, Skyscanner, Traveloka. So these are called aggregator websites, meaning that they have their own thing. They get you can get bookings, you can get cheap flight tickets and all that. They have their own thing. But what if What if we have that for jobs? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Hun engine powered by React. All right. Relax. I'm going to do a demonstration, don't worry. So the the Hun engine is a job hunting meta search engine. So it returns job openings from different websites, all right? So what's more interesting is built with React. So it's very aggressive in terms of querying, and also it's very super responsive. Trust me. All right, I'm going to show you a demonstration. All right. So let's see. Where's my mouse? Okay, here it is. All right. So we have here a employee dashboard. So the Hun engine is just up here. All right. So let's say, for example, I want to look for a developer position. So it's searching. All right. Oh, wait, there's a typo right there. So sorry about that. Okay, let's refresh that page. All right. Let's say, okay, let's go for software development. Yeah, it takes a long time. Oh, there you are. Okay. So, okay, for example, let's say, maybe not developer. Maybe I want to go as a chef. So it actually aggregates your results. Okay? So now it's searching and searching and searching. Okay, and the best thing is you can basically filter it from Fast Job, from Glassdoor, from Indeed, from JobSite and JobStore. Okay, let's say, for example, you are looking for a specific company because you love that company. So let's say I'm looking for a company called Axtitude. Oh, there's no Axtitude? Okay, let's say, for example, I'm looking for Maxis. No Maxis as well. All right. Let's say I want to work at Penang. Sorry, this thing is very, very random. So we got from Penang, there, from Bayan Lepas, Bayan Baru, Penang. Let's say, for example, I want to look one for in, let's say, Johor. There, we got Johor, everything there. Okay, let's say, for example, you want a specific job title. You want to become a Ruby on Rails. Just now we didn't type Ruby on Rails. Let's say we just type Ruby. Apparently there's no Ruby though. Let's talk about Rails. There's no Rails as well. All right. Let's say about chef. So these are all the chefs because we already included there. All right. So basically this is what we have, and this is what makes JobCrop different than the other websites. All right. Because it's understandable sometimes job hunters, usually when they go one website, they look for a certain type of job. It's not there. So they have to go to another website, do the same thing, look for it, and then go to the other side, look for the same thing. But what if you can do everything in one place? Ladies and gentlemen, that is JobCrop. Thank you very much.
All right, question time. Anyone got? Okay.
Would you want to implement features like sorting by salary or something? Like other features you'd want to implement that you can search by?
Yes, we actually have a lot of features to actually put it in here, but because of time constraint, we just managed to do this, but there's a lot of potential for this actually. Yeah, a lot more filtration you can do.
Oh, the question.
Yeah, thanks. Is this a real-time scraper, or you have a database that your Rails app is interacting with?
All right. So basically, this is a real-time scraper. The reason being is because that, one, we did not interact with our API, because some of it is private. So we scraped it, and then we don't actually do any interaction with the database. It just goes in, gets the database, it scrapes and everything, and just pass it out. Not safe within the database.
What about your messaging app?
The messaging app. The messaging app is actually the messaging app. Would you like to care to explain? Because Ida made the app. Would you like to? No? All right. So never mind. So the messaging app is actually made purely with Rails. So we have the conversation between employer and job hunters, so between two players. We don't make it live yet because we had to do more coding on that. But yeah, the potential for making it live as well and making it turn into a React app as well is there.
How are you scraping this data?
I'm using the Kugiri. Yes.
Right, thank you for the question. Any more questions from the floor? Anyone curious? Oh, AZ, it's you again.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I have a question for you. Like, your job crop, right?
Yeah.
Does it only include the professional jobs, or only like, for example, like let's say like if you need a labor for like an event or something, or
Yeah, I mean it's quite general actually. I mean, it depends. We actually initially wanted to put in data like for freelance jobs, and also, but then we just had to just stay with just jobs. But yeah, the potential is there as well. I mean, we didn't really build much, but it's just there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you for the question, AZ. Anyone else? You can take 2 more questions if you want to. No? Then I have a question for you. I'm curious. Okay, why the hunt engine was made with React? Not the rest, yeah.
All right. Actually, it was quite prompt because it was actually 5 days ago I just started learning about React, and then I started implementing it. The reason why I'm using it though is because it's responsive and it's fully front end, and basically when it's basically doing all the work from front end part, so the back end really has a bit lighter load to it, so that actually gives the balance. And also I'm quite interested in React as well. It's very awesome. That's why I built it.
Okay, that's great. If no more questions, give it up for Job Crop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Group 4. Wait. Let us give you a bombastic introduction. This will be the final group already, so enjoy this last one. Yeah.
Okay. Are you a forgetful person? Never forget again. Let me introduce Lock and Roll.
Lock and roll! Come in!
Maps.
Okay, so are you guys ready to lock and roll? Yeah. Okay. So, first thing you gotta do to lock and roll, you gotta create a lock. So if you want to lock, you click on I want to lock. And here you can create your lock. We'll take one to create one called new door, yeah. And give it a group office. And then you can drag the icon. Why don't we put it close to where we are now? Okay, that's fine. New. Okay, great. Now you see here on the left, we have a list of all your locks and the groups. Right there is new door. Go ahead and click on new door, zoom on. So here's our door. Click on the icon. You can see in the map, you can see the context of all your locks. You can see the status. Quickly get the information you need. We have them in groups, so you can zoom in on an individual lock. Go ahead and zoom in on side door. And if you have a group of locks, like here we have the office group, go ahead and click on the office group, and we can see all of our locks in the group. We'll go ahead and put it in 3D mode. All right, so sometimes locks can be kind of wound together very tightly. So we have 3D mode so you can understand the context of your locks. Go ahead and zoom in on that group of the office locks. Well, zoom in. It's locking. Okay, so we can put locks anywhere we want. Yeah, it's locking. So can you scroll down? We can put locks anywhere we want. So here we have our beachfront villa in Bali. Easily zoom right to it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's unlocked. Go ahead and lock that. We don't want that unlocked. It's too far away. Oh, okay. And, well, can we show all the locks? Get a quick look at everything. Okay, great. So why don't we just focus in on the front door here next. Go to that lock. Zoom in and go ahead and click into that lock. Okay, here's the individual lock page. As we can see, it's unlocked. But we all came here to lock, right?
Didn't hear you all. Are you here to lock?
Did you come here to lock? All right, here we go.
Okay, so Bootcamp, can you lock around the clock? And go to the screencast. So now you've left your place and your door is unlocked.
This is unlocked. Now it's locked. Okay. Oh.
And the door has automatically locked, and she has received an SMS that the door has been locked for her. And we are using geolocation to actually detect when she moves within a radius of the door. It will automatically lock the door for her.
Actually, I think we can try that again because that locked because of her distance. Yeah, we can try that again. Yeah, unlock it. Yeah, it's unlocked. Go to the app. Oh, 0.5. Yeah, reload it.
Yeah, it's detecting her distance is far away when it's
So
not.
basically we have the distance here, and we create a radius. And right now, we set it too small, I think, for the GPS. But basically, it was locking before because her distance is outside of the distance radius that we gave it. Because when you leave your house, you forget to unlock it. Well, if you're 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers away from your house, obviously something's wrong. So we have settings that create an SMS message. Can you show the SMS that you got? Okay, here it is. This was sent just now. So it was, your next academy front door is unlocked. You're more than 150 meters away. We have locked it for you. So we set it very tight because we didn't want you people to wait for her to walk a kilometer away. But usually, yeah, you set it, I guess, a kilometer away. And once you leave that radius, it'll lock by itself. Okay, and yeah, go back to the website. Okay, so you might notice that when we lock a lock, there's a little delay. Go ahead and lock the front door. Matt? So yeah, there's a little delay. Is that a problem?
Yeah, because actually the Raspberry Pi is checking whether or not the door is closed before it actually go ahead and unlocks the door.
So that delay is because there is waiting for a confirmation to come back from the door to that confirms that the door actually was locked. So try it again, and if we listen very carefully, we can hear the lock change. And there we go. So that was confirmation that yes, the door is indeed locked.
Okay, so yeah, that's our app.
Oh,
but 1 second.
But lock and roll isn't just an app to lock your door. It's a lifestyle. People lock and roll their whole lives. So we have our own Lockstar store. Of course, the real Lockstars.
So
this app wouldn't exist without them. Can we give a hand to the real Lockstar? Can we bring them forward?
Can you all come up here?
Come here.
Can all the mentors come up here, please?
The face of Lockstar. Yes.
Please, can you guys come up here, mentors?
Everyone would like to show their appreciation. Yes, here we go. These are the real stars. This app wouldn't be anything without them. And now, because the Lockstars, who wants to see the Lockstars lock? Oh. Who wants to see the Lockstars lock? Yeah. Oh.
What's going on?
Questions? Questions?
So, what happens if I really completely forgotten to even close the door? Would it just lock and then, I really completely did not close the door at all? I didn't lock it, it's one thing, but I didn't close it. So what would have happened?
You would actually get a notification as well saying that you've forgotten to lock the door.
So you mean that it will actually notify that I didn't even close the door at all?
Yes,
even though the lock can activate, but it just means that I didn't close the door, it will detect that as well.
Yes, it would, because there's a sensor that inside that actually detects whether the door is open or closed.
Would you be able to demonstrate that?
Okay.
Are you able to tilt your thing a little bit so that everyone can see it? Okay, yeah, and yeah, that'll be great, right? So I came out from that door and I totally forgotten to close it at all. And yes, I didn't even lock it as well. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the notification that you would get.
Okay, so it was telling me that I didn't close the door at all, and I'll get an SMS as well.
At this time, no, but it would be very easy to just implement the SMS for that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the SMS tied to all kinds of triggers. It can be tied to all kinds of triggers. Distance, the state of the lock, all kinds of things.
Questions? Anybody?
I do. Since you guys have a question, can you tell me what map tag you use? I mean, most of the time when we develop, we always resort to Google Map, right? But this one doesn't look like Google Map, is it?
No, we use Mapbox mostly because it's free. But other than that, we could customize it, we could style it like we wanted to. Yeah, we could change the colors, we could do all kinds of things with it. We could put our own database information on top of it in a layer, so that's why we used it.
Okay. All right, thanks for sharing.
Hi again. Wow, incredibly well done. I think I see that you guys put a lot of effort. You have a custom logo. You have like custom icons. You have custom a lot of stuff, and even made like a sample. I think that's incredible, given that you have such short time. I'm just curious. How do you guys actually divide the task and sort of set the time? Because obviously this must have taken a long time and a lot of effort to do. How do you guys do it?
Well, in the case of me, I actually really wanted to get involved with the Pi and actually get involved with learning some of the Python involved. So I took on this whole part of the project by myself.
Yeah, and then I took, well, the three of us took most of the design work and implemented all that with the logs and the logic and all that. So we broke it up by like, I guess, sections or jobs or how would we say? Yeah, we just broke it up by like the job that had to be done, and we just worked from there.
Sorry. I just wonder, is it more practical that if you leave the house and then he give a warning sign and you just go back and lock it instead of like you control from the apps?
Yes. Well, oh, you mean the automatic lock? Or?
I just not really get it, because like, why would you need to do it on the apps? Well, maybe it's more practical that when you leave certain, I'm not sure, because it's like, sometimes you may go out just to have maybe throw rubbish and then it doesn't look.
Oh, well, yes, because we could have set it as far as we want. If you want to set the radius to 5 kilometers, it can be that. And we actually, our first iteration of this, we didn't have it automatically locked. We just had the message and the link. If you saw on the screen the link, there's an actual link to that lock where you can lock it yourself in case, you know, you're not the only one home. But it would just give you a reminder. But in this case, we set it to just 100 meters. Well, actually 150 meters, because we didn't want Kendall to be walking too far or taking too long. But yes, you could do all that.
Okay, any more questions? No more questions?
We all know that 2 weeks is extremely short time to build a prototype. So what kind of challenge are you facing to create such a great prototype?
Everything. Yeah, well, Matt, you did all the pie you just built it up like magic.
I would say one challenge would probably be the CSS, and probably a wise word to everyone: let one person do the CSS and not 3, because it can become messy very quickly.
Okay.
I think just to add to the lady's comment, I think lock and roll, in one way, you know, you can forget about stuff, but also it's kind of interesting. Imagine if you have Airbnb from a lot of different locations, and you want to just kind of like lock and unlock, you know, just for the person, or maybe not Airbnb. You probably have what's it called? Agents who are going to bring people into a house. You can unlock the door for them instead of passing them the key as well, right? So I think those are one of those use cases as well.
I was supposed to talk about that, but I actually forgot.
their backgrounds would be in pharmaceutical industry. They do a lot of sensory detecting devices. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ken. Yeah, I just want to know that, is this lock, does it still require me to manually own a key, or it's all automated now?
For our prototype, because of the time constraints, the only lock we could get is an automated one. But obviously with the time and resources, you could design and manufacture one that allows you to use a key as well.
Right, 'cause, yeah, like I worry, like sometimes if I have like a long night out and my phone goes flat, and yeah, just thinking about that, to have my own manual key.
Yeah, I mean, just for this prototype, it is just an automatic lock, but like I say, with the time and resources, you could manufacture it with a key as well.
Okay, moving on. One more.
Thank you, Jack. I'm very curious that do I need a Raspberry Pi for each lock that I have?
Yes, you would, yes.
Okay, thank you. It's going to be expensive, right?
Probably in the region of about 300 ringgit.
Okay, thank you for information.
Okay, moving on. Now there will be a voting session on which group has the best app, best speech, and best creativity. Okay, and thank you so much, Lock and Roll. Thank you. Okay, voting time. Okay, so go on your phones, type this link, and type the password, and start voting. Your favorite team. 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Have you voted? Have you voted? It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Okay. Do we have a drum roll?
I would say the
I voted.
1 minute.
I think the result is there. So we go one by one, right? Right? I'll be here. I'll be here. Yeah. Do we have a time? Okay. What's the first two? Okay, best FM. Okay, guys, the result is out.
Yay.
So the first one is what is the best?
The best app.
Right? Want to take a guess? What's the best app? The best app
goes to
Lock and Roll.
Okay, for best creativity, guess who? Lock and Roll.
Okay, the best speech, people. Anyone think it's Lock and Roll again? Anyone? Okay, the result for this best speech is Smart Tab. Give it up for Smart Tab. All right, this will be the end for today's speech, and I really want to say thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Before we end this, I